I'm back. Welcome back to A Dose of Sass with your girl Caitlin of Sass and Cellulite. I'm so excited to be back and I'm fired up about today's episode. If you are just tuning in for the first time, I took like a month break, which for a weekly podcast was like a long time. It's just because I had some travel plans and things for the summer. That makes it sound exotic. It wasn't that crazy. I like visited my sister. I went to San Diego. Like nothing too crazy. Just took a little break, but we're back. Better than ever. Just kidding. Nothing's changed. Just me being sassy, here to yell at you again. And today I'm yelling about shredding for the wedding. What an awful phrase, first of all. Disgusting. If you are a bride to be in the year 2024 or beyond, this episode is for you. And maybe you're not there yet and you just want to be prepared when you're there. This episode is also for you. But I'm mostly going to speak to my current brides to be. What a time, right? Wedding planning, as anybody knows, whether you've planned a wedding or not, like is one of the most stressful times of your life. My dad made this joke when I was getting married that was like, the things that like, people say the most stressful events in life are getting married and moving and having a baby and like graduating college. And I did like all three, like 3 out of 4 of those things within 2 months. Don't do what I did. But wedding planning is one of those things that is just really, really stressful and kind of a crazy time of life. And the last thing you need to do is add more stress to it. And you know what adds stress? You know what's stressful for your body? A crazy diet and exercise plan. I know that there is this immense pressure to look and feel better than you ever have on your wedding day. It is the best day of your life for a lot of people, up until this point in your life, probably. And of course, you want to look and feel your best. But looking and feeling your best doesn't mean looking and feeling your thinnest. Because I'll tell you right now, my thinnest was definitely not the best I felt physically, mentally, absolutely not. So, if you are feeling the pressure to change your body before your wedding day, this episode is for you. I've got some encouragement, I've got some sass, and I've got some tips for actually looking and feeling your best on your wedding day that don't have anything to do with your body. Okay, let's get into it. I know that so many of us grew up with moms that were like, oh my gosh, I was a size 0 when I got married. I was 97 pounds. First of all, that's weird to remember the size and weight that you were on your wedding day as if it's an achievement. Like, I know so many of us who have moms that they don't tell you about, oh my gosh, it was so fun. We did this on our wedding, or let me tell you about where it was, or let me tell you about the day, or something funny that happened. No, they talk about the size that they are. And I don't want to look back on my wedding day and think, oh my God, thank God I was skinny. Hey, remember the part where you got married to the love of your life? Let's remember that. The size that your dress was, the number on the scale, is not at all the most important thing of the day. The most important thing at all, ever. Getting married is going to be an amazing day. It's not the finish line. You don't get a trophy for being thin on your wedding day. You don't get a trophy or a prize for being in the best shape of your life on the best day of your life. Getting married is a celebration of your love, of your relationship, and committing the rest of your lives together, not committing the size of your bodies to stay the same for the rest of your life. I solemnly swear to never gain weight. No, absolutely not. And we know in our brains that that's absurd, but the pressure of society around us causes us to go, well, it would be nice if I was also thin, because what we think is that achieving a smaller body or achieving a body that we feel is more in shape or whatever you want to call it, losing weight for your wedding day, we think that that comes with a side of confidence. And I'll tell you firsthand, it does not. Losing weight does not fix your body image. Toning up your arms, toning up your abs, getting a spray tan are not magical doses of confidence. They're not magical fixes for body image, because I've said it once and I'll say it 17,000 more times. Body image is about your brain, not your body. Body image is about your brain, not your body. Changing your body does not change your body image, because what happens if you do lose weight? What happens if you do fit the size dress that you wanted? What happens if you do look exactly as you envisioned on your Pinterest board? It's never going to be enough if you haven't done anything to change your mindset. I can tell you from firsthand experience that when I got to my smallest I've ever been, it was not enough. I still felt incredibly insecure. And I look back at pictures of the smallest version of myself. I look back at pictures of myself on my wedding day, which is smaller than I am now. And I think to myself, gosh, I wish I could have been in that brain and said, hey, quit while you're ahead. I wish I could tell my past self that it was fine. If you've ever looked at an older picture of yourself and thought, gosh, I would kill to have that body now, that's how you know it's not about your body. It's about your brain. Because if you remember what you felt like in that body and how even then it wasn't enough, what makes you think that this time's going to be any different? And truthfully, if you think about it, so you lose 20 pounds. What difference does that actually make in you as a person, aside from your external appearance? Does it make you nicer? Does it make you a better friend? Does it make you a better spouse? Does it make you healthier? Not necessarily. Does it make you feel better? Maybe, physically. But what actually probably makes you feel better is an increase in exercise and nutritionally dense foods, which you can do without the side effect of weight loss. So if you're thinking to yourself, oh yeah, but I felt so much better when I was 25 pounds lighter, if that's true, and you felt physically better in a smaller body, I guarantee the things that actually make you feel good are moving your body, getting enough sleep, drinking enough water, eating foods that make you feel good. Do that. Focus on that, not on the 25 pounds part, because that's really not the important part. You can feel that way in the body you have right now. And let me tell you another thing. Your partner, your significant other, the one that proposed to you, or maybe you proposed to them, they love you exactly as you are right now, in the body you have right now. I know you might not believe it, because I didn't when I was getting married. But they aren't expecting you to be in a whole new body by the time you get married. And if they are, that's a big old red flag and you should run for the hills. If there, let me tell it to you straight. If there is an expectation for you to change your body that is being put on you from your significant other, send me their address. I'm showing up with a baseball bat. Absolutely not. You deserve better than that. And I'll tell you right now, there is a 100-pound difference ish. I don't know my exact weight right now, but about 100-pound difference between my smallest and my current weight. And my husband met me at my smallest. And his love for me has not changed with the size of my body. And neither should yours. And I know that we are our harshest critics. It is so hard to believe because, of course, we feel differently, right? You look in your mirror and you go, who is that? How could my significant other not possibly feel differently about me when I feel so differently about myself? Let me put it in perspective. Have you had a friend in your life or a family member whose body has changed throughout your time knowing them? I have friends who have gained weight, lost weight. Did it impact our friendship? Not even a little bit. Not in the slightest. Well, yeah, but then you're talking about friends. You're not talking about attraction. What attracts you to a person should be more than the size of their body. Should be the way that they treat you, the way that they treat others, the qualities about them that you cherish. And being attracted to them, of course you want to be attracted to their body, but that's way lower on the list of priorities. You do not need to change your body for your wedding day in order to make sure that your significant other still loves you or loves you more. Absolutely, you do not need to do that. There are so many outside pressures, especially from social media, and I'm sure your Pinterest board is filled with thin wedding dress models and all sorts of things that are outside external forces right now that are causing you to have a heightened body awareness. Maybe you were having a really great body image before and now you're engaged and now you're trying on wedding dresses and you're like, oof, I haven't looked at so many pictures of myself. I haven't looked at myself in the mirror this much in a while and I'm feeling weird about it. That's normal. So let me tell you how to feel a little bit better about it. First of all, be aware of what you're consuming in your social media feeds. This is one of my main steps that I tell anybody on a confidence journey. Clean out your social media feeds. I'm sure that you've had an influx of wedding planning and wedding tips and wedding dress inspiration fill your feeds. But if it's making you feel worse about yourself, whether physically or financially or spiritually or emotionally, like it can take a toll in a lot of ways, you can remove it from your feed. You can look up the things that you need to know. You don't need to have your every other video be how to look perfect on your wedding day. Because let me tell you right now, you're going to look perfect. Because the love that you have for the person you're marrying on your wedding day is going to glow. That's going to be the thing that people remember. Nobody is looking back on your wedding and going, oh my God, thank God she was skinny. Yeah, that burger was really great, but did you see her dress? Tiny. And if those are the takeaways that people have from your wedding, they shouldn't have been there. So first of all, clean out your social media feeds. You curate what you see. You don't need to go binge watch Say Yes to the Dress. There is enough pressure from friends, family, and all the things on your wedding planning to-do list than to add more pressure in your social media feeds. Secondly, and this kind of goes on the same vein, stop comparing yourself. Stop comparing yourself to the online model that's wearing the dress that you got. You're not going to look like her, and you're not supposed to. You're a real person. Now, I know that some websites have real bodies in these things these days, but they're still edited and photoshopped in the perfect lighting and all of that. You're not meant to look exactly like her. You're supposed to look like you. Obviously, please don't set a weight loss goal. That feels like it's goes without saying of all the things I've already said in this episode, but don't do it. There is enough stress going on in your wedding planning activities to add stress to your body. Because dieting and losing weight and efforts to lose weight and intense workout routines cause more stress to your body than just being the body that you are right now, whether you're overweight or not. Pursuing intentional weight loss is a major stressor to your body. And stress, fun fact, is actually the causer of a lot more health problems than just being fat, than just being overweight, than staying in the body you exist in right now. Okay, but Caitlin, I'm not gonna do an intense workout routine. I'm not gonna set a crazy weight loss goal, but I do want to I don't know, start eating a little bit better and moving my body a little bit more, and I want to feel really good on my wedding day because I currently feel a little bit uncomfortable. That is absolutely reasonable, but there's a good way to go about it. Don't pick something that's not going to be sustainable past your wedding day. Because if you pick something right now that you go, yeah, I can do that for the next 28 days, and my wedding's in 30 and I'll be perfect, and then after that I don't have to worry about it ever again. Well, what's going to happen is your body is likely going to change after you stop that activity or that eating plan, and that's more likely to cause you another body image spiral if it's not something you're willing to maintain. And if it's not something that you're doing right now, then the chances of implementing it successfully in a stressful period of your life that is wedding planning is slim. The chances are low. It is hard enough to develop a new routine and start a new habit and stick to it. And now you want to do that on top of trying to find a venue and a date and a dress and a caterer and a photographer and then make sure I got my workout in. It's hard enough existing and trying to find time for movement. If it's not a regular part of your routine right now, please don't kill yourself trying to get it in there. But if you do want to do that, start small. Start getting a few more steps in. Start going, "Oh, actually, I felt really good the other day when I went for a walk after lunch. I'm going to try to do that some more more often." Great. You don't have to turn that into 30-minute walk every day for 30 days. Just start walking a little more. That's a habit that can be sustained long past your wedding day. And a habit that's going to make you feel good, whether or not your body changes. If moving your body and eating foods that are nutritionally dense make you feel good, then keep doing that. But you don't need to do it to an extreme. There's no all or nothing needed here. And moving your body is something that is good for you at all stages of your life. So if it's not something that you plan on doing, if you don't like running, don't start running just because you're getting married. If you don't plan on running afterwards. If you don't like lifting weights, don't lift weights just because that's what the girlies are saying you have to do for wedding arms. If you like lifting weights, cool. This is not the time to try new things. This is not the time to try a challenge. This is not the time to do 75 hard. Oh my God. Don't even get me started on that. I think I did another episode about it. So if you want to hear me yell about that a little bit more, go find that episode. Again, your wedding day is not a finish line. It's the starting line. Well, Caitlin, yeah, I want to start at my absolute best. I hate to break it to you, but your body's going to continue to change throughout your life. I got married at 21. I'm almost 27 now, and my body looks entirely different. And that's fine. We're not meant to spend the rest of our marriage going, gosh, if only I could maintain my wedding day size. That's what our moms are doing, and we're not doing that. Once again, your person loves you exactly as you are right now. You just have to believe it. Another reason to not do something extreme right now, wedding planning itself may have caused arguments between you and your significant other. Maybe there's things that you didn't agree on that you thought you would. Maybe you have different priorities than you expected and you went into this with very different expectations about the kind of day you wanted to have. Maybe your significant other cares more than you thought they would about all the decisions. You know what makes all of that worse? Being hungry. Hangry. Nothing makes a bridezilla more a bridezilla than being hungry. Here's another tip. Don't buy a dress that doesn't fit you right now. Please, please do not buy a dress as motivation to get to that size. Do not buy a dress as a goal dress. Because first of all, it might not fit, and then that's setting you up for failure. What if a week before your wedding your dress doesn't fit because you bought it 2 sizes smaller thinking you'd get there? Now you're scrambling to find a new dress, scrambling to figure out, can I lose 20 pounds in 2 weeks, when you should be worrying about, where am I going to put Aunt Cheryl? Let's do another cake tasting. Also, please eat the cake on your wedding day if you're having cake. Buy a dress that has room for cake. Okay? Buy a dress that fits you right now. And here's some other things about dress shopping. I've done an episode on how to make the dressing room experience not suck, because it really does a lot of times. Go listen to that, because those tips can be applied to how to make the dress shopping experience not suck. But my main piece of advice is be aware of who you're taking with you. If you want to go by yourself, that's fine. But don't take someone who's going to be critical. Don't take someone who's going to have too many opinions, because this is your dress. It is your decision only. Take people that are going to hype you up. Don't take people that are going to comment on your body. And also, we all know that white is a fabric that can often be a little bit more revealing than others. So if there's already nervousness about wearing white in general, if you're wearing white, then we don't need anybody else who's going to comment about it. Okay? They're not invited. And when you go, and this is in the other episode as well, do your hair and makeup. It doesn't have to be the way it's going to be done on the day of, but if you're going to wear it up, wear it up. If you're going to wear it down, wear it down. You're not going to feel great in a wedding dress if your hair and makeup's not done, to be honest. And that goes for all try-ons in general, to be honest. And pick the dress that makes you feel the most comfortable and confident. Don't pick a standing-only dress. You know what I mean. We all have those jeans that are standing only, and when you sit down, you gotta unbutton them. Don't do that with your wedding dress. Another general piece of advice for this stage of your life, and really all stages, speak kindly to yourself. If you wouldn't say it to a friend, don't say it to yourself. Would you tell a friend they need to lose weight before their wedding? I hope not. Would you tell your mom she needs to lose weight for your wedding? I really hope not. So why are you saying it to yourself? Would you look at your bridesmaids and go, oh my gosh, but if only their arms were a little bit more toned. Oh my gosh, if only they'd gotten lashes, if only they'd gotten a fake tan, if only they'd changed something physical about their appearance, then maybe my day would be better. Absolutely not. So don't say it to yourself. So to recap, don't do something extreme to prepare for your wedding. There is no need to go on some crazy crash diet and exercise routine. No need to do 75 hard right now. If you want to move your body and eat more fruits and veggies, do that. But don't do it as a countdown for your wedding day. Do it because it's good for you, period. And you know in your brain. I know when I got engaged, I didn't tell people in general, like, oh, I really hope to lose 15 pounds by the wedding, or I really hope to whatever. I didn't voice my goals, but did I hire a personal trainer for 2 months? Yeah. Did I tell people I was dieting? No. But was I? Yeah. You might even have convinced yourself, oh, I'm not restricting myself. I'm not doing anything crazy. I'm just doing it because it's good for me. You know in your heart and brain your intentions. You can't hide from yourself. Be real with yourself. And you're never going to be satisfied with your body or your body image if it's coming from a place of hate. You cannot hate yourself and do a version of yourself that you can love. It's not how it works. Confidence is a mindset, not a body size. Like I said earlier, if this is a time where you're taking more photos than usual, you're looking in your mirror more than usual, and you're feeling hyper body focused, let me give you a couple reminders. One, you are so much more interesting than your body. It is the least interesting thing about you. When people are looking at your save the dates, they're not looking at the size of your body. They're looking at a couple in love. And when you look at your wedding photos, when you get them back, please don't look at your body first. There's wedding photos that I look back on years after my wedding that I go, oh my gosh, I never even saw that one before because I was looking at my arms. And look at our faces, we're so cute. Look at our smile, look at our laugh. That's now my favorite photo, even though I never posted it because I thought my arms were too big. I felt the need to Photoshop it before sharing to the social media. Focus on what matters in the photo, your relationship. Same advice as I said about the wedding dress. Wear something that makes you comfortable. Don't wear something you wouldn't normally wear just to take engagement photos, or you're going to look uncomfortable in the photos. Same for your significant other. If you guys aren't super formal for the most part, then maybe don't do super formal photos. If that's going to feel uncomfortable, don't go to some fancy dancy location if that's not how you guys are in real life. I think my favorite, and I say this because I've worked with wedding photographer clients, so I see a lot of wedding photos and engagement photos and things. And my favorites are the ones that are at their coffee shop, at their favorite places. Their first date was a movie, so they went to the movies. That's cute. That's fun. And yeah, the themed photos, the formal photos are great too, but not if they don't feel like you. So when you're looking at your pictures, look at the love, look at the relationship, look at your smiles. Don't look at your body. Don't spend too much time nitpicking, okay? When you're culling through your photo album for your favorites, it's really easy to get hyper focused on, well, I think my arm looks a little bit better than that one and that one. It's really not. It's really not that important. And I guarantee anyone else looking from the outside is not going to notice. And for goodness sakes, do not edit your body in these photos. Because let me tell you something, and this is another like foundational piece of confidence advice I have for people. Stop editing your body in photos. If every single time you take a picture, you pop open Facetune and whiten your teeth, you're never going to get used to seeing yourself. If every single time you take a picture, you check and make sure no cellulite was showing and smooth out your skin and tuck in your waist and all that, then you're never going to be okay with seeing a normal picture of yourself. And the first step to accepting the body that you're in right now is seeing it as it is. Not the edited, filtered, social media ready version. The version it is. No wonder you're uncomfortable in your skin if every time you take a photo, you edit it. That's not what you look like. So you're comparing yourself to that version, and that's not you. So please, on the most important day of your life, the most important pictures that you're going to hang in your house, do not edit your body, because every time you look at them, you're going to compare yourself to them. And it's not going to be you. And another piece of advice. I feel like my advice in this episode is kind of all over the place because I really just am fired up about this and I'm yelling at you. So structurally, ignore that. Here's how to look and feel your best on your wedding day. Okay? Let me tell you. Eat. Eat something the morning of, right before you walk down the aisle. If you're nervous, if you're feeling hungry, eat something. When you get back from taking pictures, eat something. I never got around to eating dinner on our wedding day, and I was so sad because it was delicious. So please, take the time to eat. Eat something before. Again, make sure your dress has room for food. Drink water, especially if you're getting married in the summer. If you're getting married outside, drink water, wear sunscreen. Make sure your hair and makeup feel like you. If you don't wear a ton of foundation all the time, don't overdo it. Don't overdo it on your wedding day. Because then again, you're going to look at the pictures and go, who is that? And your significant other might be like, who is that? Do a hair and makeup trial and tell them if you don't like it. If you found a Pinterest picture and you thought, oh my gosh, that's so pretty, and then you don't like it on yourself, don't do it. Change it. The best thing you can do is look and feel like yourself on your wedding day. And again, surround yourself with people that are going to hype you up, not tear you down. That goes for dress shopping. That goes for friends. That goes for bridesmaids. That goes for family. Don't get ready with the people that are going to be like, wow, you're wearing that? That's how you're doing your hair? Are you sure you want to wear that lipstick? No, they're not invited. Kick them out of the room. Get married with the people that are going to cry when they see you put your dress on. Get ready with the people that are only going to have nice things to say. So that's your dose of sass about shredding for the wedding. There was a lot of things in there, and my most important takeaways for you are, 1, you are so much more than your body. Your body is the least important thing of the day, of ever. And your significant other loves you exactly as you are right now. You just have to believe it. I love you so much. There are bigger things to worry about. And congrats. It's going to be great. Love you.